Well, I was gonna ask you, man. When did you become a Latin king, and what made you want to become one?
Well, man, well, I became a Latin king in 1998. I was officially honored to be crowned an official Latin king.
So you're like early 20s at this
I
time.
was 18. 18?
18.
No,
Wow.
hold on. Yeah, I was 18. Yeah, 18, 19.
Well, because you said in '88 you
I
were
was
like
born in
12.
78. I'll keep it all the way
Okay.
a buck.
All
All right.
right.
Ain't nothing to hide over there, bro. Because my math be off and my memory sometimes. There's so much shit going on. So, yeah, so I got crowned in 98. So, 20 years old. But I was coming around when I started going to Freeport, which was when I was like 15, 16. I was messing with 326. All my brothers, 326 brothers, they from Freeport. You know what I mean? So I used to be out there heavy. Like, I used to live out there for a few. Like, I made such a name out there that niggas think I'm originally from there, and I told you I'm from Hicksville, but I could claim both. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Freeport, man. So that's where I really got introduced. Well, before that, when I was a kid, I always looked up to them. You know what I'm saying? I seen them around, seen them on wherever I seen them, news, certain things that was going on in the streets or whatever. I was like, shit, that shit looked dope. That shit was intriguing. You know what I mean? So I started doing my research. All right, cool. And then me being who I already was, like I said, I stand on my own before anything. I was a man, you know what I mean? So I was approached by certain individuals, you know what I mean? That my peers was cool with, that they grew up with, you know? And, from there, the nation is something where it's a chosen few. Not everybody is going to fit in. Not everybody's going to last. You got your brothers that become this in jail in the system, which is a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously the nucleus of protecting each other and you know what I mean, having to look out for each other because of the politics in that situation. You know what I mean? In that setting. You know what I mean? But me, I never been, knock on wood, I never been to jail. None of that. I love uplifting my people. I'm a proud Latino. You know what I mean? Very proud. You know what I'm saying? I want to uplift. And that's what our goal is. That's what our real mission is, to uplift the Latino people. So I always believed in that, man. So with that being said, I learned what I had to learn, did what I had to do, and ever since it was on and popping.
Yeah, man. I know there's a lot of positivity with the nation, right? And I've interviewed some brothers and sisters, and they all speak about the knowledge that comes with being a king and a queen, right? Can you speak about some of the positivity that you got from it? How did that change your life in that way?
Well, the positivity I got was that back then when, shit done changed, you know what I'm saying? Like with the times, we're talking about different times back then, right? But I remember we should get up every Sunday, right? Before we would have our little powwows, we would go to the local church because, during the week, we would have a powwow during the week, right? And we would do a colecta, like we would collect stuff for the neighborhood, for people, for the less fortunate, and we always had churches we dealt with. And this is on a local level, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about, because there's chapters, et cetera. I'm not going to get into the whole, politics, but so what I went through is we made sure, if there was a family in need, we find out something happened in the neighborhood and a family needed something, we would come up with it. If somebody was being harassed by such and such and there was some type of social injustice going on, we would show up. You know what I'm saying? It was deep, man. And that you should give me like a sense of rewarding. It was rewarding to me. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that I helped, even though it was a carload of canned goods and unperishable items, whatever you call it, right? That we donated, but we did something for the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? For our people. You know what I'm saying? So that to me was key, and it still is. You know, I wanna help the youngins get back to that. You know, because it's lost.